What is a tool mark? A tool mark is the impression, cut or gouge left on a surface by the touch of a tool. When a tool or object has enough contact with a surface to leave an indentation, the tool's pattern is permanently imprinted on the surface. Besides, one of the most difficult aspects of tool marks comparisons is duplicating the tool mark left at the crime scenes in the laboratory. Hence, the scientists would attempt to recreate the impressions, but they are unable to do so because the tool will compromise the original. The objectives of this project to prepare a crime scene and gain experience with evidence review. Besides that, to investigate the different types of marks made by various tools. Apart from that, this project intends to determine whether a suspect tool left an evidence mark, which can be categorized as pattern fit or pattern transfer. Lastly, to study the characteristic of any remnants on bones.
There are two stages of analysis, which are identification analysis and comparative analysis. Identification is performed by presumptive or confirmatory analysis. Presumptive analysis focuses on chemical and physical properties to identify the sample via simple tests to narrow down the search. Confirmatory analysis focuses on identifying the sample completely from their unique properties. It is more complicated by using chromatography or spectroscopy technique. Analyzing tool mark evidence involves photographing, collecting and comparing in general. First, to take picture of overall crime scene and close-up picture of any evidence for record. Evidence then collected for examination. They were bagged or sometimes casting if it is immovable to the lab. The question sample submitted will be observed for any characteristic to identify the tool marks and compare them with evidence found at suspect to find match. Let's take tool mark left on human bone as an example. Usually, tool mark found on human bone indicate traumatic event experienced by the victim. Analysis is done to find the cause of the death. First, the crime scene and bone are both photographed for record. Then, evidence are collected where bone with tool mark is bagged to preserve them. Next, forensic scientists will analyze them under microscope with high magnification for better view of characteristics on the bone, such as by using scanning electron microscope. The unique characteristics observed will help in identification and confirmation of weapon used by the suspect, hence providing leads to solve the crime.
Let's proceed to analyzing tool mark on doorknob. The class characteristic could be seen, which it could be the combination of compression and sliding. From the image, we can see the mark left on surface caused by two slide or scratches, which we refer as dynamic marks. The procedure involved in order to analyze the evidence is, the first one is search for marks and identify the mark. The second one is note, sketch and photograph for a record in a case document. And the third one is take all the possible evidence to the lab for further investigation, such as by using comparison microscope. Basically, for the lab session, the investigator will compare the known sample with the sample that has been questioned. So, to conclude, the compression mark could be from the hammer, and the cutting mark could be from bolt cutter, which could be found in crime scene.
In conclusion, tool mark tests assist forensic scientists in identifying the tool or equipment used at the crime scene and linking them to the perpetrator. Depending on types of evidence from crime scenes, different types of analysis is needed to determine the questioned sample. Just like when analyzing tool marks evidence, analysis can be simple, quick, and less cost or time-consuming. Higher cost and required of sophisticated instrumentation. That's all from us. Thank you.